Hey all, and welcome back to the HellfireComms playthrough of Pokémon Scarlet. It is time to begin the endgame, and if you're wondering why we're starting this session from the title screen, there's a reason for that. I went ahead and purchased the DLC in between sessions, so we're kind of just being thrown directly into a scene I can't really afford to skip.
It's just the intro, which is basically telling you what's going to be happening and where to go, but it's definitely worth keeping in just for playthrough's sake.
Ooh, comets. Hello, hello, and Tom, this is Jacques. Hi, Mr. Jacques.
What do you have to say for us?
It's the end of the world, but I'll take your call, I guess.
I don't think the stakes are that high quite yet.
Oh, shush. It's a special collaboration between our academy and another school. And would you believe it, Tom? Your name was one of the ones chosen to attend.
What a coincidence.
You'll get to go study and experience the great outdoors off to the east in the land of Kitakami. It's a long trip to get to this year's destination, so we can't send too many students this time. You really are a lucky one getting selected as one of the participants.
It's kind of funny. I mean, of course, we're the protagonists. We are the main character. We have to get selected, otherwise why? Why even bother, right?
Yeah, hope to see you soon. Now, I believe you said there is a student waiting in the entrance hall. Yeah, there we go. So if you want to go start the DLC, go talk to them. But as for us, we have grander plans right now.
Yes, we're going to be starting our adventure into Area Zero, into the Great Crater of Paldea, and I think the fastest way to get there is to head to Medali over here, because that's the closest to the entrance.
You got it, Spur. Fly here. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. I know there's some crazy stuff gonna happen. Again, like I said, from a certain point, I'm kind of spoiled on stuff, but I haven't seen it play out, so this should be interesting.
I think the context of everything is still going to be really impressive to you.
Spoilers don't really deter me too much, honestly, so we should be all cushy. Let me go ahead and put a way marker on there. Should already be there, but you know what it's like.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't think it sets it as a destination, which is a little bit odd, but you know, sometimes the game does things for you that are nice, sometimes it just lets you do it yourself, which is also nice, but sometimes also annoying.
Indeed, Spar, indeed. Still no sign of Legends Czar. I assume they're saving that for the Switch 2 reveal, maybe? A teaser or something?
Do you think it's going to be a cross-platform on both the Switch and Switch 2? You're heading into that little tunnel there, by the way.
Okay. I was going to go over, so, yeah, I remember these gates. I've passed it before. Guess it just wasn't open before.
It was not, and if you had tried to go over, I think it would have either kicked you out or put you into this cutscene anyway.
Look, man, we made this tunnel. Just use it. It counts as a tourist attraction, alright?
It would have been similar to jumping into the fire crew base.
Basically, yeah. It was made so researchers could try to observe the inside of the Great Crater of Paldea. Isn't the Zero Gate the thing the Zero-1 travels through in Pokemon Snap?
I honestly don't remember.
That's fine, Spar. I won't come to you for answers, just banter.
Well, you know how I am with getting things wrong anyway.
Maybe it'll be happy that I can finally come back home. Not that I really care or anything. Baka. Get out of my head, Charles! Guess we should head in. Alright, just skipping the, There's only one word to describe it, and that's foreplay, but I don't want to use it in this context. Nice J.J. Abrams lens flare.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. The whole presentation of this segment is really great. Weren't we supposed to be bringing Penny and Nimona with us, though?
They'll meet us here.
I guess. Hopefully their map actually sets a way marker for them.
Yeah. Like, Jesus, we wound up in the Bug Town, and this, like, baker's making his treats. It's cool and all. Whoa, kinda dark in here.
Somebody turn on the lights.
Hello.
Oh, she was already here.
Hola, Tom.
Just standing here in this dark room with nothing in it other than computers.
She was concentrating on what her next team's gonna be. You're an annoying little pest at the academy, but I guess you could come in handy for this.
More use than Gita, anyway.
Spoken like a guy who wants to get beaten in a battle. I've beaten him twice, but then again, I think I've beaten Nemona like 3 times.
I think she has 7 battles in the base game.
It is weird that the lights are off. The last time I was here, the electricity was up and running, but now...
Oh, your mom forgot to pay the bill, I guess.
Oh, there we go. Was that you, Penny? Well, now the lights are on. But why? I turned them on.
We needed someone with a deft hand at technology to come flip the light switch.
Someone with an index finger that they can flip the light switch on. I hacked into the system controls and overrode the settings. I buffered the mainframe and so on. Oh, it's you, the kid with the fluffy Eevee bag.
Right, they did meet very early on. When we first ran into Penny, Nemona was also there.
Yeah, true. Well, hey, we never got to actually talk. I'm Nemona. I'm in Class 1A. My quirk is obsession with battles. Do you like Pokemon battling too? You talk like way too much.
This is the meeting of an extrovert and an introvert in the highest sense.
Once again, I quote thus, "Get it out of my head, please, Charles." I'm not really the adventuring type, but I owe you, Entom, and I pay my debts. She's surprisingly old-fashioned like that. And of course, everyone knows me, Arvin. My loves include my boss stiff and cooking and...
Long walks on the beach.
Biometric identification in progress, bitch detected. It's not nice. Don't call Arvin a bitch. Hello, Entom, I have been expecting you.
We have detected the bitch DNA.
And it seems you have gathered a group of formidable allies as well. Don't get the headmaster or any of the Elite Four or anything.
For real, though. Again, we could leave Gita, but, like, Rika was cool. Bring her along.
And Larry. And Hessel was pretty good as well.
So much for Poppy, though.
She's just a child. Nemona, student ID 805C001, and Penny, student ID number 803B121.
She was in the academy before Nemona, so she has a lower student ID number.
That makes sense. I mean, maybe not in person exactly. ... Arvin, did you tell your mom about us? When would I have done that?
Don't you have, like, nightly calls to your mom? Come on, man, you gotta call your mom.
You can reach the lower chamber using the elevator you can see to your right. Getting Undertale vibes from this guy who has only played Undertale and Pokemon. Please proceed below. That's a load-bearing ellipses if ever I saw one.
Yeah, and there's a lot of those.
Are they not on good terms?
To put it lightly.
I'm just gonna leave you two there.
I don't think there's anything in that room to investigate. You might be able to, like, click on the computers, and it will, you know, throw out some text at you, but there's no, like, special items or interesting lore, I'm pretty sure.
It is a computer.
Fun fact, if you come back here after completing this segment, you have to go through all 3 of these rooms, including all of the loading screens, and it's very long and boring because there's nothing here.
Access granted to lower level, disregarding what Spar said. Adventure must proceed.
It's okay, that's how a lot of these commentaries go, is you disregarding what I say.
Well, I'm sorry, but you get in the way of my fun.
Wow.
I'm just making up for the time that I got in the way of other people's fun. I have brought Koraidon with me, yes.
I always remember the time when, during the Guiding Key Marathon, when I was fighting Sephiroth in KH1, and you brought up my fanfiction.net page and started reading my fanfiction that I wrote while I was fighting fucking Sephiroth.
When you reach the bottom, I will get in touch once again. I hope your trip is uneventful. Railroading people into stuff, just like always.
You were the one that wanted to do this, Arvin.
Yeah. Let's go!
Pokemon, let's go. Uh-huh.
Let's go to the... I can't even finish the sentence. I guess we'd better go to...
I would like to see a Pokemon Let's Go Johto. I kind of liked the Let's Go formula. Simple as it was.
Yeah, for sure. And Lord knows it could fix the... Oh, everyone is waiting on you to head down. There's no turning back now. Okay. Yeah, they could fix the level curve in Johto, I feel.
I feel like if they just made it more linear, rather than having the two separate paths, it would be better. Like, that's an iconic part of Gen 2, but it sure does screw with things.
I mean, just raise the levels overall.
Just to have it, scale. I mean, they didn't do it for this game, so why would they do it for that? But still.
Whoa, did someone forget to, like, put in an elevator? This thing looks ancient that we're standing on. I'm surprised it hasn't crumbled.
Professor Sada did say this was an elevator that we were heading to, but it doesn't look like it's working. It seems like it's definitely rusted. Or maybe the elevator's already at the bottom.
Oh, sorry, Koraidon. Didn't expect you to have to deal with, like, 4 people today.
I never noticed that she has an EV case for her phone as well, which makes sense.
Well, of course, you've got to accessorize. Don't think I didn't notice that she said, this guy can fly. Not glide.
It's falling with style, Tom.
Hey, I already know what can happen in the DLC, okay? You can't keep your secrets from me!
Ah, okay. Well, that's the part of, playing this game a year after everything comes out.
Yeah. Ooh.
Do you like Xenoblade Chronicles?
You know what, Spa? I do. And also, it's the 25th anniversary of Monolith Soft today as we record this.
It sure is, and I am loving seeing all of the artwork and stuff that's coming out for that. I haven't watched that anniversary video that Monolith put out. I need to do that when we're done here.
Yeah, we can watch it together. And now I'm back here again.
But I ask that because this area is very Xenoblade to me.
Agia. It's okay, bud.
It's okay. Nimona only broke her leg. She's not dead.
Where is Nimona? That is a good point. It chose to go back in its ball?
Yeah, you don't get to ride Koraidon around here. You've got to explore on foot.
That's fair, I guess. Can I get a skateboard or something? Finally? All those rumors, all those, like, whispers on the wind. She's gone. You don't think she... Right into the mouth of a Snorlax. Oh, she's fine.
Well, there is, like, a big hole in the middle that goes down to the bottom of this area, so she could have fallen down there. If she weren't here, obviously.
I have been falling for 30 minutes! Biometric identification in progress. 4 humans identified. Condition satisfactory. Vital signs all within normal range. It appears you were able to make the descent without being harmed. Yeah, sure, smooth sailing. Who could possibly complain about a landing like that? Whatever. I had concerns you might fail, given the crudeness of the only available access method.
Well, thanks, I guess.
I think your mom's sarcasm detector needs fixing. You were worried about us? That's so sweet.
I think Nimona's too.
You should now make your way to me at the Zero Lab in the deepest part of Area Zero. However, the entrance to the lab is barred by 4 locks installed on the exterior, which I cannot unlock. 4 locks?
Penny's just like, oh god, fetch quests.
Alright, gotta visit the research stations, you got it. At each station you will be able to disable one of the locks. Do so as you make your way down. I hope you succeed.
I hope we do too. I hope we don't die.
Yes, let's disable the 4 locks and get in that lab. Sounds kind of video... Turns directly to the camera. That's okay, I've been enjoying this, you can have one.
What are video games like in the Pokemon world? Do you think they have Pokemon-based video games?
Huh, that's a good point.
All the video games are just Digimon.
Alright, we've got Pokemon. Oh my god, I didn't even see you there.
Oh, yeah, they're so tiny and they blend in, especially the way the light is here. It's very, very bright. Very ominous music, which fits the theme, certainly, but when you're in here for 3 hours, it gets a bit old.
I get you. I guess like the closest comparison to Xenoblade would be like Agniratha or the World Tree.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm seeing regular Pokemon here, but I know you have more.
Oh yeah, it'll be a bit before we get to those, but there's definitely a lot of things that you won't find in the above worlds, like the Corviknight just flying around. The only one of those you'll find back in regular Paldea is the one fixed Terra encounter.
A lot of Venomoths here, I've noticed. Oh, I'm so scared of Venomoths.
There are a lot of Pokemon that are not that strong, like Venomoth, that would probably not do well in this climate, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
You would expect there to be very powerful things here, like the Corviknight. And Venomoth is just not up there in that list, unless you're talking about, God, what was it? The Pokemon thing where the chat controlled it. Twitch plays Pokemon.
Thank you. Oh my god, Spar. I think we're both having mental... The radiation of Area Zero is killing us slowly.
I haven't thought about them in like 4 years. It took me a second to come up with the name.
Oh, we're wading.
Golduck is another Pokemon that is just like, in my mind, it's not powerful enough to survive in this area. But obviously it's here, so I am wrong.
There we got some fresh water. Oh, Koraidon, where are you when I need you?
I think if you try to bring him out, it just says it won't work or something.
Nah, bitch, let's try it. You can't ride Koraidon here.
Oh, you don't even get a special one. It just says no.
Did you know?
Okay.
I'm running away.
Makes sense for the Hydro Pump TM to be there, though.
Literally right in front of the Vaporeon. I wonder if that's a fixed encounter or not.
Well, the Vaporeon can spawn in that little puddle lake, whatever you want to call it. The TM's always there too, so... It's not always... The Vaporeon's not always going to spawn, but most likely, I would say.
Oh my god. And I'm assuming we can't jump down here.
You can skip some areas. Obviously, you can't jump with Koraidon. I've found that if you sort of crouch as you're going over a ledge, the game will let you go over. Otherwise, I think the game will stop you from going over the ledge by having your character jump back. However, because you have Arven, Penny, and Nimona with you, it'll bring you back up anyway.
Right. Ooh, a Raichu.
So, as far as I know, you cannot speedrun skip.
Okay, I already have the Raichu. That's good to know.
I did not know that was a thing, that you could target a Pokemon like that and see if you caught them.
Well, you see, Spar, I can't condescend to you because you're the one who's completed the Paldean Pokedex.
And the Kitakami Pokedex, and later today I'll be completing the Indigo Disc one, and I think this is back to where we dropped down.
Awesome.
So, down the hill we go.
You got it.
If you had any questions about how big this area is, what you can see here is maybe half of it.
Oh my god. Man, what is Legend of Zar gonna be like?
When you kept talking about how, you know, we were gonna throw this in at the end of a part, or if we stopped early we could do the base game legendaries, I'm like, bruh.
Yes, I'm starting to see that bruh was warranted.
You're literally walking through a waterfall, so I guess it makes sense to slow you down here.
Fresh water comes in bottles here, that's very kind of it. I'm noticing these Pokemon aren't aggroing. They're curious for sure, but they're not directly coming towards me.
Well, this is sort of a paradise, I guess. Untouched by humans for the most part, so maybe they just kind of vibing, just living their own lives.
Is this why Mewtwo took everyone at the end of Mewtwo Strikes Back? And that Giovanni and his team, including Black Rose, like infiltrated in Mewtwo Returns.
I've been checking out a lot of the fusions that you can make in the fan game Pokemon Infinite Fusion. And if you combine Mewtwo with Aegislash, it gives Mewtwo the Team Rocket armor from the anime and the movie, which is really cool.
Neat. If you guys could, like, wrap up your conversation, I would like to lock onto this thing.
I think if you just run into it, you start a battle even while they're talking.
Suppose we had to hear the battle theme eventually. Yep, I already have one. Nobody asked you. Stop trying to flex on us. I guess we're at the Buds with Edtom Club.
We call that HellfireComms.
I guess so.
Hey, we're friends.
No, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like I can only work with people who I'm friends with, which is very counterproductive in the long run.
Well, I mean, I'd rather work with someone I'm friends with than someone I hate.
That's true. But there's more than just those two extremes, Spar.
I guess.
Flare Blitz.
It's about time we got that. Too bad it's a recoil move, and therefore I hate it.
No, sir. No, thank you. I think the first research station is just below us.
It's just around the curve of whatever cliff we're getting to, yeah.
So is this music, like, being piped to us, or...?
Professor's got to have some hobbies down here by herself.
Oh, I bet that's what we're looking for.
It looks the same as the buildings that were there where we landed, so I don't know why we think this is any different.
Ta-da!
Radish rations.
Research stations, you Egypt.
The boy has food on the brain.
I guess he does. What's great is my common sense compared to you lot, apparently. Shreen. Whoa. It's that thing that Geeta had.
Again, I like that her ace is the thing that lives in Area Zero. It's just not really an impressive Pokemon overall.
Come on, Anton, let's take it on together. Yeah, music's popping off.
Very Metroid Prime-y.
A little bit. Caliente.
And she starts with her Lycan Rock, which is not a terrible decision, I guess.
Ooh, can I not catch this?
No, this is a fixed encounter, and because you're in a double battle with Nemone here, I guess you're not allowed to catch it.
Oh, thanks, Nemona.
Well, alright then.
Throw your toxic debris at me, I cannot.
To be fair, it's 4 times weak to ground, so Drill Run was a good choice.
That was easy. Are there going to be a lot more of these rare Pokemon down here, you think?
You have no idea, my dude.
You think that was something? Please, you've got no idea how terrifying Area Zero really is.
Says the guy that got his shit kicked in.
Well, that would just mean he knows firsthand, I guess.
I suppose, yeah. But it's like he's almost smug about how dangerous the area is.
Dude, I got kicked in the dick 1,000 times. You've got no idea. A door.
Yeah, they really had to show us that to make sure we actually go up to the door.
That is a huge Cufin.
It's almost as big as the Caparaja. I think it's bigger, wow.
Remember, for shiny Napoli, you look at the top of their heads. And the cube will be a lovely golden brown.
More like cinnamon than salt in that case.
I guess so. Citrus berry. Arvin Plus.
Whatever that berry was.
Pataya. Oh, are you guys growing shit in here? Wow, are these ancient ruins?
Do they look ancient? They look pretty futuristic.
Yeah, they're pretty recent. It appears you have reached your first research station without incident. This facility was constructed 87 years ago as a way station for those surveying Area Zero. So that's why there's a bed.
And you can use that bed to heal your Pokemon if you need to, because there's no Pokemon centers here.
Heads up, if you would be so kind as to disable the first lock on the lab using that central panel. Putting me in control, that's a bad idea. Yes, do it!
Would you like to self-destruct Area Zero?
Oh no. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. Want to lie down for a rest? Yes.
Let's just have an 8-hour nap in the midst of this adventure.
Heads up, it was like we didn't exist when you were gone.
Gotta take a full rest so we can get our spell slots back.
Alright, we're good. There's a little teleportee there.
I actually have no idea where that goes.
Why don't we head back in and step on it, Spur?
Sure, it's probably gonna either take you to the top or it's used to go to the bottom once you have it unlocked.
Let's have a little looky, Lou. Where would you like to go? The Zero Gate or Nevermind?
Oh, okay. It probably teleports between where you drop down and all of the other stations, which is nice.
Yeah. I almost never saw my mom my whole life. Oh, is it time for the backstory reveal? Penny, shush! She was always busy with work, hardly ever came home. I cooked for myself, cleaned for myself, ... See, I don't really know her at all, even if she is my mom. I try not to think too much about it.
And his dad was gone in an entirely different game.
Yeah.
Because his dad is in Violet.
I guess, like in Scarlet, his dad's just dead. It's the only thing I can think of.
I don't think they ever mention it. Just like in Violet, they wouldn't mention the mom.
What if Arthur was created in Area Zero? I thought that was a Raikou for a second.
I thought it was a person. Just a random trainer down here.
Just imagine if he had like level 5 Pokemon. How embarrassing.
The way the colors of the giraffe rig looked, it looked like a black belt trainer too.
A little bit. There are so many goddamn giraffe rigs and like Venomoth down here.
It's because you haven't hit the story trigger that basically advances the story to show other Pokemon, I guess.
Okay.
Because there's definitely a lot more variety once you get to that, which I think is at the second research station.
You got it.
Here's some Hawlucha, though.
Yeah. Whoa. Jesus! We're okay.
I think that's the second station just there to your left, right there, yep.
It's pretty linear. Yo. Flying in front of the rainbow, that's just freedom.
There is quite a lot to this area. There's like an entire ring around the very top that you can't get to until you come back, and I don't think it's much of a spoiler to say you could come back and run around with Koraidon. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
This is the story trigger I was talking about, by the way.
Phew, let's head in, take a breather.
For that 5 minutes that we were walking since the last one.
Heh, whew, I'm just full of surprises.
There was a longer path that you could have taken, that other hill that was going off to the right, but you slid down the dirt path instead.
I took the cool path. Oh my god. Hey look, a Jigglypuff. It's good to see some nice familiar Pokemon down here too.
It's a Jigglypuff seen from above.
Pooh? Oh my gosh, so cute. Paddy, I wouldn't get too close, girl.
No.
Pooh. Prague! Wah! Tom, it's battle time. Are these all going to be double battles?
All of the fixed encounters that show up, yes, they will be. So you cannot catch this right now, but after this, they start showing up normally in the wild.
Screamtail. Psychic Fangs.
Which is a new move in this generation, I'm pretty sure.
Right, Penny, what you got? Dark Pulse. Nice. A little bit sturdier than that Glimmer whatever we were encountering.
Oh yeah, for sure. Since you know pretty much what these are, I'll go ahead and call them by their name, the Paradox Pokemon. They're all a bit sturdier than their normal Pokemon counterparts.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. Had to hit the right type matchup. That thing, I believe, is Psychic Fairy.
Yeah, they do some interesting typings with the Paradox Pokemon.
This is actually very close to where I found one of the Paradox as a shiny. I found a shiny of, well, I guess we'll run into it soon, but it's called Slitherwing.
Alright, second research station. Keep an eye out for Freddy Fazbear, he could jump out at any time. Well, this looks pretty much the same as the first research station.
Yeah, down to the stains and the dust everywhere.
Dot to dot. Hey, seriously, what's with this place? That Pokemon? I saw my arm phase out of existence. Something weird is going on here.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I don't like it at all. By the way, obviously the Paradox Mons are different between Scarlet and Violet, so...
Yeah, there we go. We fought one of those. Monsters of Area Zero. Hey look, it's Koraidon.
I think that's a Great Tusk again.
Great Tusk as seen from the side. So they aren't actually Pokemon? I don't really know. That's a good cop-out, looking at you, Ultra Beasts.
I think they're more Pokemon than the Ultra Beasts are.
Maybe. They definitely do look different at least, and I've never seen any of them in a Pokédex either. I suppose the time has come for an explanation.
Which is weird, because there are entries for them in the Paldean Pokédex once you run into them.
Some of the life forms that you see residing now within Area Zero are ancient Pokemon that lived in a distant past long lost to us.
Before even Legends Arceus, before the Hisui region.
Wow. Oh, come on, there's no way that's possible. The Zero Lab, where I'm located, contains a time machine. It summons the ancient Pokemon to this place.
You can't just drop time travel on people. Now, come on.
So the thing my mom spent forever researching down here, she actually got it working?
You knew about this?
Indeed, though the cost was catastrophic. The cost? But a time machine? You mean you can actually travel to and from the past? It is theoretically possible to travel to the past, you just need an AI that's sassy enough. Jarvis, invent time travel.
Or just a body that you can form yourself into that has no heart.
Yeah, Mom, you... Why did you call us here to Area Zero?
Kidnapping you all to the past. We're gonna go party in the 70s.
I gotta go catch the shitty Pokemon that suck ass. If possible, I would like us to speak when we can, meet face to face. It'll be easier for you to understand once you can see the situation for yourself. Now then, Entom. Please use the central panel here and disable another lock on my lab.
Anyone else could do it, but you're important.
Yeah, I am the recently crowned champion. You heard the professor, better press it. Lock disabled. 2 of 4 locks are still active.
What if you click no and you just get a game over?
Why have you done this? Why? Why? Hey, Tom. That's my name. You know the book she told me to bring? I think it's got something to do with this place.
Really, you think the book having information about Area Zero and the creatures that are inside Area Zero and the adventure through Area Zero has something to do with Area Zero?
You obtained the Scarlet book. Look at it, just floating there. You put the Scarlet book in your bag's key items pocket.
The symbol on it looks like a cactar.
No, that's still Koraidon.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Take care of it for me, okay, Anton? It had solder on it, apparently. I will. I'm christening every bed.
Another 8-hour rest while the others just kind of mill around and do nothing.
I'm used to blimping out of existence. That's right, blimping. We become blimps while you're not looking, Anton.
Oh, I haven't pointed it out yet, but your map is not moving because the map only shows the main Paldea area. There's no map or mini-map for Area Zero, which I think is a little annoying, but also understandable because no one has mapped this place out. So, like, why would there be one?
Very true. I'll try and talk to people as we go through these research stations. Alright, moving on.
And now Screamtail and some of the other Paradox Mons can spawn in the wild.
Neat. Good job I brought my quick balls.
Hope you got a few Dusk Balls, because we're going to be spending quite a lot of time in a cave as well.
True that. Talking about Nemona's parents right now?
Ah, okay. Which I don't think were mentioned almost at all during the rest of the game.
Oh. She has a sister? But my family is unbelievably annoying.
Oh.
Pen.
Honestly, cherish them.
Could be pineapple pen.
Oh. I mean, it could be abusive, so... That's not a thing to laugh at. I don't know why I laughed at that.
No, it just reminded me of Oni plays where it's like, why do you keep making Goofy abusive? Because it's the funniest thing he could be.
I think this level that you're at now is like one of the biggest parts that has the most to go around and explore.
I can imagine.
I think this is the shortest path to get to the next station.
I'm not exactly gonna know unless I go and have a shufty.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's not too different. I mean, you can see the station right there to your left, so...
Oh yeah, there it is. Man, you sure are topping me up with healing items for some reason.
I guess these either form naturally throughout the environment, or they were left by the researchers that came through previously.
And that second one seems more likely.
Well, I don't know.
Run with me, Espeon.
Flashbacks to Pokemon Coliseum.
Need to re-release that. Pokemon, thank you.
Oh yes, would be great. Even just a port would be nice, but like a remaster with updated graphics and maybe some quality of life? Hell yeah.
Spar likes his graphics.
I mean, I like things not looking like a GameCube game when they're playing on a Switch.
True that.
Cough. Sonic Colors Ultimate cough.
Now, I won't say Pokemon Scarlet is a GameCube game. It's a Wii game.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Something's going to jump out at us again. 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, honestly, pretty likely.
Oh, Penny, such a worrywart. Huh? Da-don!
And of course, to fight Great Tusk, which we have already fought before, Arven will be joining us this time.
Hell yeah. This is just like that Titan Pokemon we saw. So it was an ancient Pokemon all along? Whoa, you battled one of these before, Arven? It looks seriously strong.
You should have seen the one that was like 30 feet tall.
Yeah, well, Anton and I are all pros when it comes to Titans. Leave this to us.
So just don't throw out Wugtrio this time.
No. I've learned my lesson. I love how the battle music is like alien and yet ethereal.
I feel like it's amping up a bit too. Wow, okay, spoiling the cave game.
Whatever.
Yeah, you don't really have anything good for this guy on Caliente, unfortunately. Why would it use knockoff? I know it doesn't have a trainer, so, like, whatever.
It doesn't know type spar, it's a Pokemon.
It's running purely off instinct, I suppose.
Yes. I agree. See that? Victory's ours. Maybe the one we saw when we were searching out the Herba Mystica came from down here. Or did it eat Pokemon on the way up? If we got things from literal ancient times roaming around Paldea, that's a major problem.
Yeah, so, like, can these things get out? Because that would be pretty dangerous.
It would mess with the ecosystem. Come on, Anton, let's get into that research station.
I think the implication on the Herba Mystica is that it's powered up by the terrestrial phenomenon or whatever. I don't know how much they really went fully into that, but I think that is the implication they were going for.
I got you. And made it to station number 3.
Which is just the same as 1 and 2.
How are we doing after all that walking and battling and whatnot? Anyone need a rest?
Again, that was like 5 minutes.
You feeling rough, Penny? Oh no, it's not that. I've just been thinking ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. The Pokemon here in Area 0 came to our time from the past, right? So what about Koraidon? Isn't it pretty likely that it's also one of those ancient Pokemon?
It does have sort of a caveman vibe.
Huh. I think you're onto something. It is giving off ancient vibes, even his name sounds pasty. Wait a second, I totally forgot. Hey, Alvin. You had Koraidon's ball, and you told us about its forms in the first place. Are you from the past? You still remember that from way back? No wonder you're everybody's little star pupil.
Okay, that was uncalled for, but whatever.
He's out of line, but he's right. It was found by my mom when she was working on a time machine.
Wait, the Pokemon or the ball with the Pokemon already in it?
That would be the same thing, Spur.
No. If it's out wandering around, then it's free. If it's already in a Pokeball, it's already been captured by someone.
It was the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the past by the time machine. Seriously? Thorough analysis of its genetic makeup, or through even, as well as its behavioural patterns, I came to realise that what I had discovered was in fact an ancient form of Cyclizar, the Pokemon still commonly ridden in this region.
It's weird that instead of evolving into a more powerful form, it kind of de-evolved into a weaker one.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, I guess.
In Violet, I think everything deals with the future instead. If you've seen what Miraidon looks like, it's much more futuristic, so that makes sense.
It literally has future in the name.
This is true.
Does Kurai mean past?
I'm sure I have looked this up before, but let me look it up again.
Please do. If we could proceed, Entom, please disable the next lock using the central panel there. Push the button. Lock disabled. 1 of 4 locks is still active. Well done. Only 1 remains now.
Yes, Kurai is a Japanese word that means from ancient times or since old times. So, yeah, pretty much.
I got you. I don't think Great Tusk even touched me, but like I said, I gotta christen these beds.
Whatever.
These plot twists really tug at the heartstrings, don't they? Not that I'm complaining.
This is probably the most involved and complex Pokemon story, I think. Granted, I haven't played Sun and Moon, as we have mentioned many times, but I don't know how complex those were.
I think it's a three-way tie between Gen 5, Gen 7, and Gen 9.